Something that I want to show you, and I think the good Lord is moving me to do it now. My goodness, it's after 4 a.m. in the morning, Friday morning, June 6, 2025. And let's see if I'm having a lot. I just purchased the movie Greenland, but apparently, even though I purchased it, I cannot make it play here, with me doing this sort of video. See if I can get this going in the background. There it is. See if I can make it big. Let's make me small. I am a small man in many ways. And I want to remain that way. My job is to point to Christ and God in general. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This represents, we get warnings from the government. The government, this is about wormwood, also known, I believe, as Apophis. NASA calls an asteroid Apophis. It's coming in. NASA says this thing is the size of a football stadium. That's NASA. You might hear it in this clip. It looks like I'll be able to play the clip for you. They're watching television, and they're watching this. Clark is the name of the comet, not an asteroid. They're calling this thing a comet coming in. And NASA calls what's coming in an asteroid and named it Apophis, means the destroyer. Isn't it comforting? The destroyer. And they were told it was going to hit the ocean and everything would be cool. Well, first of all, anything the size of a stadium hitting the ocean would cause tsunamis all around the world and drown pretty much everyone who lives along the Atlantic Pacific coastlines. Period. But they don't bring that factor into this movie. It's called Greenland. It was produced in 2020 about a comet hitting Earth, an Earth-destroying comet, apparently bigger than a football stadium. But what they're doing, since they lied to us, they feel they have to warn us somehow, and they warn us obliquely by having movies like this out. There's a lot of impact movies about bodies from space hitting the Earth. A lot of asteroids, planets are hitting the Earth. Now, most Protestant Christian scholars, well, Catholics know about it too, of course, but they're not telling anybody. Protestants are telling you about it, not trying to distinguish, but you Catholics will wonder why you're not hearing about it. Well, go see your priest. Look into it. Go see your priest and say, what's going on? But anyways, we have this coming in. It's going to hit 4 years, 2029, April 13th, Friday the 13th, April 13th, 2029. It's going to hit, oh boy, that's great. It's going to hit the Pacific, cause tsunamis that will kill a lot of people. And like the government, in this movie, they're telling it is going to hit, but in the Pacific instead, you'll find that it hits Central Florida. And they're taken off guard, and everyone, they've not yet told the world at this point, at this time in this movie, this is sort of the beginning of it, of the movie, that actually following is a planet killer. But it can be survived if you're deep enough underground, apparently. Let's just move on. This is a close scenario. They call it a comet. NASA in truth calls this an asteroid. They give the size of a football stadium. NASA uses the term through Neil deGrasse Tyson. He uses the term Rose Bowl. And everyone's taken off guard because they think it's going to hit the ocean. Like that's not going to kill more people, actually. That would end up killing more people. Get rid of this. Let's hit this.
If you're coming to us live, this is the fragment actually entering the lower atmosphere. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and impact.
Wait, where's the explosion? What's the chunk of rock? Rock's blowing on.
Okay, tell that to the dinosaurs.
We are still waiting for the first images of the actual splashdown that's expected in the Atlantic Ocean.
What was that?
Earlier footage showed a...
Flame speaks every language, crosses every border.
Word that the fragment, it has hit the state of Florida.
No, I lost one. Oh.
The impact's epicenter reported just outside Tampa, stretching to Orlando. And that fragment, which the impact.
I have to back up.
Epicenter reported just outside Tampa, stretching to Orlando. And that fragment, which scientists are estimating was the size of a football stadium, has apparently sent a shockwave felt as far as 1,500 miles. I have to warn you, there are no words for what you are about to see.
Too many similarities here, folks. Okay?
These are disturbing images. They are coming to us from a local news helicopter in Tampa as well.
My point is this movie is a karma-saving, a good karma gathering warning to us who are about to die. Like the old gladiators, we salute you who are about to die.
As an overhead feather settlement.
Oh my.
Now,
wait, are some more pieces going to hit?
Here we don't have much more information than these images.
Now, what I don't know is if it's accurate, the damage, if it would hit the ground, football stadium size asteroid would make that kind of impact. Well, remember you got mass and velocity, making up kinetic energy. So we know now the size of Apophis, supposedly the size of the Rose Bowl. I've heard some rumors that it's 2 or 3 times the size. But let's just go with the size of the Rose Bowl. And now they're telling us the velocity is 28,000 miles an hour. So they've done the math and equated it with so many, I don't know, hundreds of atomic bombs. Now what they're doing now is getting warnings from the government because they've been chosen as necessary people. I don't think I need to go beyond this. This is just showing you they were caught by surprise. You can't tell me the government, can't figure out where it's going to hit. NASA's already has pegged Apophis if it hits, and that's about 200 to 300 kilometers off the Southern California coast in the Pacific. I'd call that pretty accurate projection. And let me end this, if I can, shrink this down. I'm going to pause this. Well, I'm bringing you The Simpsons. They seem to lead the pack through cartoons, adult cartoons showing us that what we think is coincidence and is a mystery about future things. What you're looking at is a Simpson cartoon that dates back, they'll tell you, to I think 2002. And in 2017, this was real, this exact picture. So they must have set this up to stage this in the future. I don't know if you understand me. Their hands are on a lit globe. Let's just play a little bit. But this is how the government warns us in an oblique way. Okay, it's never the truth never comes and hits you in the eye, in the face like a pie. Not from the government. They gotta mess around and, well, they don't want you to know. It would be panic. This is completely crazy sounding. But watch Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about Apophis. He'll tell you, and he'll lie, but he'll say it'll pass. I don't think it's going to pass. Not that close. Not where it's going to take out satellites. All right, let's play this.
Life events. The Simpsons. The way it is entertained to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons
2002.
that eerily mirrors real-life events. The Simpsons. The way it has entertained us for over 2 decades with its sharp wit and satire.
We don't
But
care.
is there more to it than meets the eye? From time to time, this animated glowing orb, flanked by 2 Middle Eastern-looking men. Fast forward to 2017. President Trump, alongside the King of Saudi Arabia and the President of Egypt,
Right,
recreated this
15-year
surreal image
span.
in real life during the inauguration.
There's no way. There's no way. This must be staged. They're telling us that they know things we don't. And so it's not direct. I mean, you have to actually use your rusty old brain. Get that brain cleaned up and think.
Of a global center. How could a cartoon from decades
there you
ago
go.
capture this moment so accurately?
I mean, look.
Was it pure coincidence? Or did The Simpsons tap into something far beyond our understanding? Probably the most spoken about predictions have to do with Donald. It doesn't stop there.
And you have Donald Trump going down an escalator in a cartoon at a much earlier date. And here he is.
It also predicted a Trump 2024 campaign way in advance. The show, in another episode, teased that Ivanka Trump was going to run for president in 2028. Is The Simpsons mapping out America's political future, or are we living out a script they have already written? Artificial intelligence is no longer the fantasy of sci-fi movies.
I don't care. We shouldn't care about that. This is useless information. Of course, AI and things like that. Technology will progress. No biggie. But things about Trump and putting their hands on a globe like they own it, that should cause us pause alone. You see if I can find, you just saw him in the cartoon going down an escalator. I do think that maybe we could see this here. Will they show it? Maybe not. Thought they did. They did, but I missed it probably. Well, there it is in the cartoon. Maybe it's up front. Oh, here it is here. There he is there. There he is in the cartoon. See, you can't predict this. These people are not prophets. They're manipulators. They're running the world. And they're letting you know, we don't have a say in this world. So that's it. So what is my point? My point is we're being lied to. They're giving us warning because they believe in karma. And good karma, they want good karma as they continue on and and whatever kind of life they think they're going to have, they're going to climb in the holes, and they're going to survive this in 4 years. They say they've come up with a story about a keyhole, that if this asteroid Apophis goes through a keyhole, then it will miss Earth this time in 2029. But 7 years from now, which is an interesting biblical number, 7, it will come back and hit us. It goes through the keyhole in 2029. Out in space, that's a certain area of space. I think that's a distraction and a smokescreen. Again, over my shoulder, lots and lots of strings attached to all these lies and things that are being hidden. And why not try to stop it? Well, they want a new Earth anyway. They way too populated. If you've ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones, the first on these Guidestones in the state of Georgia stood erect monoliths, several, in about 8 different languages: Chinese, English, I'm sure French, German, perhaps Italian and things like that. All saying basically the same thing. They gave the new 10 commandments. The first commandment is to maintain 500 million people in perpetual balance with nature. Well, wait a minute, we got 7.5 billion now. So where's the other 7 billion going to go? Then we have FEMA coffins. You know what a FEMA coffin is? If you look at my stuff, you will know. They've got FEMA coffins stacked up in different locations like Dixie cups. And each one can hold probably 4 bodies to 6, depending on the size of the people. Children, you could probably put 10 in and bury them. Well, why would they have such a thing in FEMA coffins? Well, because this thing's going to hit the Pacific Ocean, and lots and lots of Americans are going to drown. Of course, other nations will be drowned too, but that's their problem. But you got to get these drowned bodies, when they finally wash back up on shore, contained and underground, or something, certainly contained, before they rot. It'll be too much. There's going to be billions that are going to die when, or maybe if, Apophis hits the Pacific Ocean. And the location of its impact is going to just kill America, kill all of Mexico. And if it is wormwood, like Christian scholars are saying and believing, it very possibly could be wormwood. Wormwood is not only does it say it will hit, God says it will hit. It's not going to pass by. Not wormwood. Wormwood's going to hit, according to God. And it's going to kill 1/3 of the land mass. Well, the American and North American continent, plus the South American continent, equals 1/3 of the world's land mass. And yet it's going to hit right in the center of those 2 continents in the Pacific. Since it's going to hit water, Neil deGrasse Tyson says it will make a crater 3 miles deep and 3 miles wide in the Pacific. That's going to displace a lot of water and a lot of dirt, mud, up in the sky. And that's going to loose a lot of, fault lines, San Andreas fault lines and things like that. Fault lines in the center of the United States. We got a pretty good one going here, not too far from Ohio. It goes north from south right through the United States. Well, look at my screen. That would say, let's make it closer to the shape of the United States. Okay. There. Yeah. It would be about here in the United States, being Pennsylvania here, Ohio. That's the one that's kind of in the middle. That was an 8.1 earthquake, a series of earthquakes that took place in 1818. roughly around there. Did a lot of damage. It was a big earthquake. Okay, this is a warning. Go back to sleep. This is just all silliness to you, the sleepers. My point is, get saved. Go in the rapture. If all this is true, and Apophis is wormwood and it hits April 13th, 2029, we're out of here this October. Mid-October. Okay, the church is out of here. I'm out of here. And, I can't say 100% for sure. I'm not a prophet. Not certainly in this respect, I'm not. But I know what I know. And I know what I believe. And I'm giving you a heads up. Oh, good. I think this is... Do I even know how to... Okay, this is not giving me... Whatever. Okay, this is it. I can finish up. Come to Christ, trust Him, ask Him to save you. He will do it for the asking. And God bless you in Christ's name. Amen.